leaders have denounced Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State over his persistent attacks on President Muhammadu Buhari. The group, under the auspices of Middle Belt Conscience Guard, warned the governor to focus on governance rather than habitually incite Nigerians against Fulani herders. The group, at a press conference on Tuesday in Abuja, described Ortom's assault on President Buhari and Fulani herders as uncomplimentary, satanic, and a grand plot to ostracize widespread public violence in Nigeria.
It is a day globally set aside for expression of love and brotherhood. But it has become expedient for us to let out our feelings, known to all Nigerians, which are in stout disagreement and stiff opposition of Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom's habitual and consistent incitement of Nigerians against the Fulani herders. We are equally vexed by this unrestrained verbal assault on President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, which shows scant regard for the person and the office of Mr. President. In the last few days, as done in the past, Governor Ortom has decided to revive his penchant, umbrage hate against the Fulani ethnic group and outright incitement of other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria against Fulani herders. He has accused the Fulani herders of various unsubstantiated misdemeanors against cross farmers, including bloodshed, and sought very foolishly to terminate the traditional occupation of the Fulanis, which is cattle rearing from the face of the earth. Middle Belt Conscience Guard find Governor Ortom's verbal assault on the President, Muhammadu Buhari, and Fulani herders very uncomplimentary and satanic, and a grand plot to orchestrate widespread public violence in Nigeria. We find this very unacceptable, especially as a hateful campaign mounted by Governor Ortom, a supposed leader of the people and who by his status ought to be the father of all Nigerians domiciled in the state he governs. Those in Benue State, or the people Governor Ortom governs, knows that each time the demand for the governor's stewardship accountability comes up, he resorts to the antics of sentimental resurrection of the issue of Fulani herders to divert and distract focus on his disastrous leadership of the state. This trick is conveniently used by Governor Ortom to gain undeserved political mileage and favors. It is what is known to us, and Benue people are not deceived either. We understand Governor Ortom's actions and he stops dancing on the graves of innocent citizens of Nigerians. His constant and senseless vociferousness on the issue of Fulani herders and crop farmers is for very personal and selfish reasons. Ortom created and nurtured to blossom the conflict between idyllic herders and crop farmers in Benue State. These two groups coexisted and practiced their occupation in peace and communality until Governor Ortom decided to thrust a knife on the fraternity between these two twin traditional brothers and friends. Governor Ortom is very skillful in deceitfulness and manipulation of the people for his political and economical interest. That's why he has deliberately refused to address the root cause of the herders-farmers crisis in Benue State because of his political and economic interest. His inactions laced in propagandizing have worsened the fragile relationship between Fulani herders and crop farmers across the country. Governor Ortom kickstarted the farmers-herders crisis with the so-called anti-open grazing law And since the law came into effect from an act of the Benue State House of Assembly more than 3 years ago, Governor Otum's livestock guards have seized or confiscated thousands of cattle from Fulani herders under the pretext that they have violated the law, a clause in the anti-open grazing law, which Otum knows very perfectly, makes provision for the public auctioning of seized cows on the strength of the anti-open grazing law. But in truth, can Governor Otum tell Nigerians where and when he has ever auctioned the cattle confiscated from Fulani herders? There are no such records anywhere. Rather, the seized cattle end up in Governor Otum's Oracle Farms Limited as his personal possession and treasure. We challenge Otum to publicly disprove us. Governor Otum is a mere opportunist, propagandist, and leadership accident on the people of Benue. He has become an emergency herder because there are free cows of Fulani herders to impound through the instrument of state power. Otum should have been contented with the illegal use of state power on innocent Fulani herders, but to further defame or malign the Fulani herders by labeling them killers and bloodsuckers is very unconscionable. If others unnecessarily kill as propagated by Governor Otum, it means he is also a chief killer himself. Why has Governor Otum not explained to the people of Benue and the Nigerians the identity of the 6 suspects, including his kinsman and political associate, Alhaji Aliyu Tashaku, arrested in connection with the murder of 2 Catholic priests and 17 parishioners at St. Ignatius, Kwashi Parish, Ukpo, Ngbalom community in Gwera, East local government area of the state, where the Fulani herders. Why is Otum silent over this incident? The suspects were charged to a magistrate court in Makurdi. Nobody has heard about the case anymore. Governor Otum himself does not talk about it. The principal suspect, Aliyu Tashaku, the former leader of Otum's livestock guard, is a free man now, and we cannot determine whether the courts discharged and acquitted him together with the other suspect. There is obviously something which Otum is trying to hide from the people by making Fulani herders his scapegoats. Governor Otum is a master of double speak. Just yesterday, he praised President Buhari for intervening in the farmers' herders crisis. Today, he is vilifying the same president and accusing him of complicity in the Fulani herders and crop farmers' hostilities. But Otum has forgotten in his narrow sense that he told Nigerians repeatedly that President Buhari's intervention through the Nigerian Army exercise Ayem Akpatume, an exercise Wellstroke, which is still in progress, brought relief to troubled communities and quenched the conflagrations between herders and farmers. It's simple reasoning that if President Buhari is really sponsoring Fulani herders to unleash violence on crop farmers in Benue or anywhere else in Nigeria, he wouldn't bother to order military intervention. Let leaders like Governor Otum begin to think with their brains. Let him wear his thinking cap properly. A leader who reasons and behaves like an infertile is a curse to his generation and the people he is leading. While President Buhari is doing all within his powers to entrench durable peace between farmers and herders, the likes of Otum have continued to fuel hatred amongst the people because they gain political benefit from the crisis they create, using Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen have become targets of attacks everywhere in Nigeria, particularly in Benue, because the likes of Governor Otom have decided to light the candle of hatred and discrimination against them. We advise Governor Otom to listen to the voice of his colleagues, Governor Alhaji Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State. He told Governor Otom the gospel truth. He was very articulate, and his reasons have no contradictions. It's a voice of wisdom. If Fulani herders do not make preliminary arrangements for their protection, incensed vampires like Governor Otom will finish them. Otom has deceived Benue people and Nigerians enough. Let him concentrate on providing genuine leadership to the people who elected him. Leading people is not done by tricks. The person entrusted with the responsibility must commit his mind and soul to it. It is not propaganda. Leadership is not a world of fantasy and personal enrichment as promoted by Governor Otom in the almost 6 years of his tenancy in Government House, Makurdi. Middle Belt Conscience Group finds it incompatible that Governor Otom is vocal on traditional and social media platforms about protection of his people, yet allows the same people massively die every day because of hunger and starvation. Otom should explain why his personal businesses, as symbolized by Oracle Farms Limited, are performing maximally, but private businesses of other Benue people are dying or have closed up because of high taxations and other unfriendly government policies. We want Otom to tell Nigerians why Benue people are dying of hunger or swimming in poverty, while himself and members of his family are buying every land in Benue and building personal fiefdoms. We want the world to know the insidious evil Governor Otom is doing to Benue people, but divert attention from it by playing the card of Fulani herders. It's shameful to know that more Benue persons have been killed under Governor Otom's very nose due to lack of salaries and pensions than any other state in the country, or even the alleged killings by herders. But he hardly talks about it. He lies freely and thinks everyone is fooled by his local antics. We have tolerated Governor Otom enough, and he should purge himself of the anti-Buhari or Fulani herders sentiment and face genuine governance, or else we shall not hesitate to begin to match him word for word henceforth. It's clear Governor Otom has no capacity to lead people, but we find it repulsive for him to keep using President Buhari to cover his own failures in leadership. Thank you all, and journey messages back to your various destinations. Happy Valentine's Day to all couples here.